All right, Shalom. First, I start by saying all praise to Yahweh by Shem Shai by Shem Kakadash. That my honor to elders and apostles that rule well. And salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. This is World Star Hip Hop, as you can see. Wife was ready to end it all over infidelity, but husband's last words must have been wild, cause she sent him to the upper room with one more shot. Right. You know, and that's why you have to know who your enemies are, man. You have to know what time you're living in, how the woman is the devil. According to the Bible, Satan, can work his way through her because she's the weaker vessel. A whole lot quicker than he can do a man, The whole fabric of this world is out of course. Esau turned everything upside down. These trifling, used up women expect you to be the love of their life forever and only deal with them with that weak ass box they got and used up ass box, and this shit get old, etc. But if you got money, it's okay for you to have multiple women, and then guys get played even in that instance. So all this stuff that's going on in this world, one thing that men do know, but don't even, use their understanding or use their wisdom like they're supposed to, is that the woman is not with you. The woman is just as much of an enemy to you as this Edomite, this white man. That's why they end up in situations like this. The scriptures say, let me get that. This is Sirach in the Apocrypha, or Ecclesiasticus chapter 26, verse 23. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, and what she did is technically wicked, man. According to the scriptures, men are able to have more than one woman, as the scriptures say. These type of women claim that they're Christians, but don't even follow anything that's in the scriptures, man. But a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord, right? And, we got sisters coming back to the truth right now that's trying to be as godly as possible, but really, the whole godly woman thing, like King Solomon said. I'm gonna get that precept. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 27. Behold, this have I found, said the preacher Solomon, King Solomon, who was Yahweh Shai in the reincarnation. Yahweh Shai was King Solomon in the reincarnation. Counting one by one to find out the account which yet my soul seeketh, but I find not. One man among 8,000 have I found. So one man, one righteous man have I found amongst 1,000 men. But a woman among all those have I not found. Right, and this is King Solomon, man. He did a diligent search on righteous men, righteous women. He didn't find any righteous women, So with that being said, the scripture does say that there is an elect lady. So, women are going to eventually line up and, put on that righteous garment, do their righteous acts to the best of their ability. You got women that's doing it now, but you still have to remember this precept that these women are wicked, man. Satan get to use use them as a vessel because they're the weaker vessel. Even with even with brothers that's in the truth that got women that claim that they following after the scriptures, brothers still be having the trouble in the flesh. They still be having problems out of these women, you know. So, but with that being said, man, I'm gonna go ahead and play this clip. I don't want to drag it out too much longer.
Today, a woman in jail accused of killing.
Lanier by Neuromod Devices uses dual-mode stimulation to soothe tinnitus. Lanier
Her own husband, and she apparently told detectives that she did it because she was, quote, at her wit's end over infidelity issues. Local 10's crime specialist Bridget Matter live now outside the jail where she's being held with the details. Bridget.
Calvin, this is all according to new court records. It says that this woman told detectives she found out her husband was cheating on her, so she killed him. And the report says after a heated argument, that's when those shots went off, and this woman is now in jail on no bond. 45-year-old Denise Malcolm is facing a first-degree murder charge in the death of her husband, Rowan Malcolm. A lengthy arrest affidavit lays out that Denise was, quote, at her wit's end with his lies and deceit over allegations her husband was cheating. Following a 45-minute fight, police say Malcolm shot her husband multiple times.
The officers made entry into the residence to check on the well-being of anybody who may be inside. They did come across and encounter one male individual who had suffered multiple gunshot wounds.
Malcolm appeared in court.
Ms. Malcolm, you are here on one count of premeditated murder.
The report goes on to say that Malcolm had contemplated suicide, but as her husband was bleeding on the ground, he said something that changed her mind, and she shot him one more time. And sadly, when this happened, police say the couple's twins were in the home when the shooting happened, and one of them did call 911. For now, we're live in Broward County. Bridget Matter, Local 10 News.
See, women are ran off the emotions. Now,
just an ordinary day.
Stupid ass shit. Yeah, see, now the kids finna go to what? An orphanage or maybe a family member because this bitch wanna get extremely emotional about some shit that she could have just went with or just separated from the relationship. Now the kids is, fucking bitches are, women are evil. And it might not even be her motherfucking kids. But according to the Bible, you can have more than one woman. When all hell break loose, these bitches are gonna learn their order and gonna learn their place, and they're gonna want to be righteous when all hell break loose. But one thing you women not getting, and y'all always showing this, is that y'all wait to the last minute to get in order. That's all of Israel. But like basically what I'm stating is like you bitches are going to be whores. Wear whatever you want to wear, deal with whoever you want to deal with, and then when y'all come across somebody that fuck around and more than likely be a fucking simp, that's when y'all want to settle down and act like ain't shit happen. Y'all want to be used up. Y'all want to catch multiple diseases, be extremely undisciplined. And then expect for a man to take on y'all as a responsibility, because y'all are a fucking responsibility. Y'all like another child. Y'all done probably got multiple children. Man, it's evil, man. It's wrong, man. How you women think, man. Oh, well, I'm not in a relationship, so I'm going to fucking suck anything I want to because I can, because I'm grown. Or when a guy make y'all mad, y'all want to go do that type of stuff. And then act as if y'all righteous and godly and got these scriptures on y'all accounts and shit. When y'all don't even know what the fuck the scripture talking about. Y'all ain't nothing righteous about y'all the devil. Y'all just like the fucking white man, man. Y'all the fucking devil. Y'all just deceitful and lying as he is. Trying to cover up your wickedness and all the above, man. And then she probably was cheating on him too. This ain't a righteous society. The scriptures say she eateth and wipeth her mouth and say I have done no wickedness. That's you women committing adultery and the man not finding out and y'all lying about it. So this is Isaiah chapter 4 verse 1. And in that day What day? The last days. Y'all see all this war, hell, death going on. And in that day, 7 women, 7 meaning completion, meaning a man will have as many women as he want in those days. But the righteous holy men are going to have as many women as they want in them days, because the righteous holy men are the ones that's going to be protecting, and got the spirit of the Lord to protect brothers, women, children in those days, man. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man. Not many, not being a queen and having many men as you want to, but hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel, meaning y'all gonna take care of yourself. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. And their reproach in ancient times was them not being able to have kids by their husband, you know. But yeah, in those days, in days when all hell really break loose, that's when you women gonna want to get in order. But it's gonna be too late. The women didn't get ran through. Brothers is watching. Brothers paying attention. But a lot of you bitches got multiple kids, not just one. You know, motherfuckers ain't trying to deal with that. This is the last days, meaning brothers gonna have to be in the wilderness. Some brothers gonna have to be. You gonna have to learn how to hunt. You know, kill, survive. Brother, you got bitches. You got situations where brothers gonna be in concentration camps. Brothers gonna be getting put to death. You got the MOTB that's gonna be being pushed out. You gonna have so much stuff hell going on in those days. And even though the Lord gonna be with brothers still gonna consider like, nah, I ain't finna take on that bitch. You know, she look good, but she ain't nah. You know, so it's gonna be left up to the man to decide who he wants to deal with. You know, because the men are the ones who's supposed to be running and ruling everything, man. You know. But remember, it's only gonna be righteous, holy men, the elect of the nation of Israel, of the men, man. Salaki, bear with me. This second Ezra chapter 15. I'm going to start at verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, and I just prophesied to you, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. I got it out the Bible, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true, the Bible. Fear not the imaginations against thee, right? What people say they're going to do unto you. Let not the incredulity, the unbelief of them trouble thee that speak against thee, right? So just because you bitches don't believe what I'm saying, doesn't mean that what I'm saying ain't going to come to pass. Doesn't mean that y'all not going to be judged for it. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Right, so she got lucky. The Lord headed to where he kept her alive to suffer in jail. And there's going to be all types of hell and stuff going on in the jails in the last days, man. One thing I've been thinking about is, like, say for instance, if you're in a place where there's limited amount of food, and there's a jail in that same city, it's the same town, or whatever the case may be, who you think they're gonna feed? The people in the jail or the city? Right, motherfucker, you got to think about shit like that. It says, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness, right? So just because you bitches don't believe, it's gonna be more bitches that die than men, because there are more bitches on earth than there are men. There are more bitches, because men can have more than one woman, you know, without going too far into it. It says, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine is like a food, death, we see that going on, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled, right? So that's why the Lord bringing these plagues. I'm going to jump to verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Woe meaning destruction. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. That sword is a nuclear missile. And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. Right? That's what I've been speaking on. Damn, what's the correct word for it? Anarchy, civil unrest. Looked up civil unrest. Civil unrest is civil disorder, also known as civil disturbance, civil unrest, civil strife, or turmoil, are situations when law enforcement struggle to maintain public order and tranquility. It says, verse 15, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. And this is going to be happening in these cities. Everybody going to be fighting. Not just them little weak ass fights where Jake gonna be doing where they outnumber a person 3-on-1, 5-on-1, or on 2. No, this is the whole fucking city in the uproar. All types of shit that y'all be seeing in the movies, motherfucker. Salakia. It says, and swords are killing instruments, whether gun, knife, whatever type of thing that you can use to kill somebody with. People gonna be killing people. Bodies gonna be left all over the streets. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. Sedition is uprising against the government. So they're gonna even uprise against their political figures, government officials, senators, presidents, governors, etc. Man. It says, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So the last purge that came out was an everyday. I think it was called Everyday Purge or something like that. But they was able to go around and kill for as long as they wanted to until the government got a hold of the situation. That's what's coming. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Right, because these cities are going to be cut off, whether by militia or quarantine, military, for whatever reason. For because of their pride, remember all that fucking pride you people got? The city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Right, men, these guys that you women look up to, these niggas with the dreads. These niggas that sag their pants or call themselves gangsters, they're going to be afraid in those days. These niggas that's in these gangs or in the military, they're going to be afraid in those days, man. You women are going to have to actually be with the elect member, a chosen man of the Lord in those days. A man should have no pity upon his neighbors. All that pity that guys be showing upon when they be getting in these fights, when they be beating people up and stomping them out, but they don't kill them. It ain't going to be that in them times. People are going to be fighting to the death. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods, right? Robberies, home invasions, because of the lack of bread. Lack of bread means there's not going to be too much food in those days, so people going to be fighting over food. And for a great tribulation. Right, man. So this is what's coming. All you women that's out of hand and with all this wickedness, man, y'all going to suffer and die in those days, just as well as the men, But you women going to have to learn that women going to not have to learn. You're going to fall in order or die in those days. Men going to be able to have as many women as they want to have. Even the niggas on the street, whoever the Lord has, controlling these streets or may have control in these cities by way of militia or, you know how it is. What's the movie? The Road guys come together and they band together and kill and take over certain areas and, even them type of guys gonna have multiple women, but when it's gonna be a scarcity of food. So you might just get eaten in those days, You never know. But that's what's coming for sure, the Venezuelans that came over here can tell you that. All the migrants that migrated over here, they went through hell to get over here. Their cities and their countries are going through all types of hell and violence. From even well, you know, witchcraft involved with a lot of these cities because people eventually try to turn to whatever deity or demon, and they turn into a demon themselves and want to worship the devil, and you know, because of, you know how it is when you're in those situations and you for lack of better words, turn your evil up. You know, from sacrificing people to eating people to, you know, bestiality to what I just said, eating people. What's the word for cannibalism? You know, so you know, I don't want to continue to drag this lesson out. But with that being said, man, call law Yahweh Shemel Shai. Give my honors to the elders and apostles that were well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.